So, is there actually any point to this platform whatsoever, or does it just want to basically turn itself to dust by not doing anything like what it's actually supposed to or advertised to do? Why is it Alright, fucking leave it at that. Oh, fuck YouTube. It's just pointless. Just turns itself off, turns itself back on again. Do it again. Connect to the internet. What are you talking about, connect to the internet? It's fucking connected to the internet. Right. Now show the live stream that's running. Fucking absolute gay-all. Absolute fucking charm stick. Right, we're back. YouTube sucks dick. Jews are fucking gay. Whatever. Yeah, it just turned off. No reason. No reason. Yeah, Maria. That's what Lex calls me. Sorry. So yeah, that fucks up everything that you do on your live stream. That's why you can't win the YouTube game, because they just change it round, do the numbers, and that's why I don't care anymore, because it's fucking gay all. Absolute gay as fuck. Couldn't be more fucking camp if it dressed in a fucking skirt, could it? Absolute shit show. We all know this anyway. The only reason we use it is because we don't have much choice, do we? So we've got a slightly straighter edge on this side as well now, a lot flatter. So I'm going to put this piece in so that it can be flat and correspond. This is the nice piece of wood in it as well, because it's got the woodworm and stuff from under the bark's going to be left on it. Where are we? I'm just going to make a pencil mark so I know roughly where I'm going from, just to smooth that off. So yeah, we know this about YouTube anyway. It's absolute fucking pile of gash. I literally can't swear or say enough bad about YouTube. I couldn't fit it in the English language. I fucking hate it so much, because it simply just cannot do the task that it says it does. It's not a video streaming platform. It's a social manipulation platform, which is why they don't care whether you get a good service or not. They just care if you're seeing the bullshit that they're trying to feed you or not. You think about all the shit you watch on YouTube. Why is it showing you that? What's it showing you that for? It should be literally 5 things: cars, bikes, spoons, wood, chainsaws, done. It shouldn't show you nothing else. Anyway, that's what it is. So again, I'm going to skew this slightly so I get a fatter cut off of this side with a plane, which takes more off of this edge, and it's just slowly tilting it. You can't see it, but it'll be slowly tilting it from like that to like that. Thanks for rejoining though, people. Very kind of you. Some nice grain in there though, isn't there? Pulling these out. Look at that. Like a Japanese fucking hand plane. I'll just stick some oil on it at the end. It'll be right. Not it? So I don't want to take too much off because I don't actually change the thickness of it too much. Just want it to be enough so that the two flat sides will mate with each other enough to stay solid, which I believe we have now achieved. So there's no wiggle, no wobble. They should pin together fairly nicely now. There is still a bit of a jiggledy puff, but I'm not sure exactly where it is. Use a straight edge to find the possible. It might just be up there, but it's not really the case. Should be enough. How are we doing? Eons, Maria. Haha, you know each other. Well, I bumped into Magnetic North last week, I think. So we now have two flat sides there and two flat sides there. That should allow us to drill and peg. This is the bit I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm blagging it. Just so you know. Anyway, here we are. Doing the things we do. Pain in the fucking arse clot, isn't it? Basically. I don't know what I'm going to be doing next, so I'm just going to think about it for a minute. Keep up, YouTube. 40 seconds behind. I mean, being a few seconds behind, you can understand, you know what I mean? Signal has to go from my phone to the router, to the telegraph pole, to the nearest thing, to the fucking satellite, to come back down, to get back to my computer via the router. I understand that. But 40 seconds is like, well, it was 1 second. How come it got like, it's like the further into the live you get, the further behind you get. Surely they know that, and there's something put in there in place to whatever. It's like no one goes to work at Google, do they? No one does that at YouTube. They just sit there and watch everyone suffer and then change your parameters so they don't have to pay you. Anyway, whatever. Yo, Tom, how you doing, mate? Good thinking, Batman. Yeah, well, I had to knock the bark off the top just now because it was sticking up a little bit too much, and it meant that I couldn't fucking. They don't work very well, basically, but yeah, they look good. They look cool, don't they? Why have you fucking paused again? Oh my god, I can't be bothered with this computer. Seriously, just fucking work. Wooden vice thing, yeah. Been on our in and out of hospital. You all right, Julie? Yo, Beard, how you doing, man? Yo, Steve, how you doing, mate? You good? Good to see you. I spoke to you the other day, I think, but it was just briefly. I was in and out for the lives. I think that's what I'll have to do from now on. Just drop into people's lives and go, yeah, nice one, see you later. How's that been going? How's that been going, Julie? Is it alright? I know you've been in and out doing that. Is it Is it okay? Is it keeping you? Well, it must be. Stupid question. But it's absolutely minging, red hot workshop. Might just go and stand outside for a minute. That's how shitty it is. Marginally better out there. Oh, the trees are fucking dying as well. So it's been going okay. I have sit for 3 hours each time. Yeah, remember you've been in hospital before while you're there. Just can't, can you? Just can't have it the right way. It's a good point, Steve. Doing well, mate. No, you're good, man. Naveen, what's up, brother? You good? Special trip, yeah, get done. I don't know, I think I might end up doing this and being on that drill press for a minute, so let's have a think about it, shall we? Put that somewhere where it's not going to die. Thanks for that speaker system. Yeah, I'm somewhere over here, aren't I? Nice beard. Oh, you're in Michigan as well, beard. Nice. I'm off now. Stew and dumplings await me. Cheers, Magnetic. Appreciate you stepping through, dropping by, whatever you want to call it. Pot stepping up with whatever. Yeah, we'll get in touch about wood, oaks and Sheffield trips and all that business. We'll get in touch with you about it. I'm sure. Oh right, yeah, that's been sat there for all that time and not moved. And then the second that I'm alive, we just want to do somewhere different, don't we? There you go. Now you can stay there. High with shit. So, here are my rough hole placements. No worries, Magnetic. Yeah, I'll get in touch with you at some point. It'll probably be a week or more, but thanks, mate. I really appreciate you coming through. Yeah, I hope everything goes all right for you, Julie. Frog. I think the only real way to do it is to I feel like I need a clamp or something. That would really help, so I could find the general gist. So I'll do like that, so it's thick enough, I believe, so that they will all hit central anyway. So what I've got to think about is if I'm using ash or oak, and for these pegs, because I've got some ash, I've got some oak. Keep up YouTube. All good. Cheers, Magnetic. No wonder you keep getting. Yeah, so what I've got to think about is like what size will this peg end up if I made a circle on it, made a circle through it. So let's do just a rough estimate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send it across corner to corner, diagonals, and send across corner to corner there. And then I'm going to use that center for the compass and see if I could figure out can you see what I'm doing? So center it across and then kind of draw the biggest circle you can. Oh, it's not in the middle. Alright. My bad. I went in the sort of not middle of the circle. So draw a circle on the end. I don't need to draw the circle really, but that's a realistic sort of size. Ow. And then I can measure the circle, and then I'll tell you why all that is completely pointless. So, my god, that's the worst compass I've ever used. It's fucking pathetic. So, I drew a cross, and then I put the compass in the middle, and then I drew a circle, and then I measured the circle. Shows you how big you need your hole, basically, or at least how big you need your hole. But I could have just measured the piece of wood, couldn't I? So, what we're talking, 15. What we got here? What are these? 16 mil. Could use that, couldn't I? Use a 16 mil bit. Because obviously normal wood bits and steel bits, they don't often go over like 10, 12, 15 mil because the chuck, you can't get that size piece of steel in the chuck. But these are tapered, obviously it's smaller at this end than it is at this end, so I might use this 16 mil. That's that bit done. And it gives me plenty of room to shape these down, whether I use this or whether I use this. I'm probably going to use the oak, at least in this bit, because that's not quite, it's 20 mil. So I could use that as well, but it means I've got to square it all off and make it nice. So this is already done for me. Not watching the chat. Burlock! No way, Mr. Si. How you doing, Mr. Burlock? Put all messages on Julie. Sorry, I haven't even got that on. It's an adventure in space. Cracking film, Naveen. What's that? Sorry, I'm missing. What is the plot? You're rubbing off on me. You want to be careful saying things like that, Ev. Just getting to the point where I've had enough. Yeah. And it's difficult. It's different. Different people get to that point for different reasons as well, don't they, Julie? But you're doing amazing. You're doing amazing. Just keep going and keep doing. I mean, I don't know if that's a for life treatment or you know, if that will get better at some point and you won't need to do that, or you know, I don't know the circumstances medically. I don't know a lot about certain bits of medical stuff, but should this be tapered? Should the peg be tapered? We'll find out. after these words. So, I don't know if you can see, but there we go. Can you see? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the 16mm, and I think I'm going to go middle. Cool. What? Yeah. Compass. Movie suggestion related to space. What's the one with Matt Damon? Where they've all buggered off to a different planet and no, the poor people can't go. Aliens is good. Interstellar, it might be Interstellar. Starship Troopers, always good, yeah. Adrian. Shani. Making a chair back. I'll show you roughly. It's not quite how it is, but so it's a rustic chair back. They're the legs to hold the back, and I'm going to drill and peg them that way with some pegs. I'm going to see if they work first. So there you go, up to speed. Plug this in, might help. So I don't know what speed we're even running at yet. It's got an internal pulley style gearbox. That's as fast as it runs. Fuck it. Leave it on that, every rate. Every rate, right. So that one is almost directly bang on. Can you see? Well, that's a pain, isn't it? Let's lift this up somewhat. There we have one peg hole. Square peg round hole. definition of. So I'm going to have to measure this and the depth across there and into there. Never done any pegging before, surprisingly. So rocks a lot. Finish out today and rest of the week off. It's an optical illusion, looks like it's turning slowly. Does it? Steve, how you doing? Mr. Resin. Don't watch that, let me see it. Hello, Shawnee, hello. Yeah, I'm just going to peg it. You know, like, just peg it, man. Pretty fucking simple, So, yeah, what I've got to do is measure the distance between one side first, obviously, before the other. Like a sock. And I've got to measure the distance between the edge and how far I want the peg to go in. I'm assuming what I'm going to do is go just slightly further slightly further than it is through this distance, that thickness there. So it'll be like double the thickness. Obviously all my amazing markings. Let's measure that. About 2.5 inch. So that's an inch. So it'll be 1.5 inches into there. It's got to be enough, hasn't it? It's got to be enough. But also I need 2 at least, so let's do 2.5 as well again. So a lot of faffing about and whittling and doing, but I should be able to saw this up now, so you'll be able to see me do that if I do that. Get this out of the way. Sorry, I'm missing everyone. Ev, Sirux, how you doing, brother? Hanging out with your round hole and square peg. Yeah, well, this is it. I've got to make that into something else, haven't I? I don't know why I'm using this saw. It's the roughest saw. It's a Greenwood. That's for Greenwood, that is. I use this nice one. Use the Stanley. A little sharp cut. Well, I'm holding it down there because I'm used to cutting Greenwood, isn't it? There we go. Don't need to do that. I'm not cutting it there anymore. I'm cutting it in that vise because it makes no sense to use a fucking bit of wood when you can use a vise, eh? Yeah, round hole, square peg. But the square peg is bigger than the hole, so it should be square. I'm not sure. I should have a shave horse and be all fancy, shouldn't I? And do it on a shave horse. Not got one, so not happening. Cheers, Steve. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, appreciate you. Cheers, Steve. Explain if you're going to put a peg through the hole. Yes. Yes, I am. You already know, Burlock. So there is a way to do this to make more than one peg at once, but they're going to be the pegs, and I'm going to probably use an axe to get a rough shape. And what I'll do is, if I set my compass at 16mm, I will be able to draw accurately the size of the hole. So I'm going to do it at just over 17mm to give myself some room for error, which there's quite likely to be. Hold on. 16mm. How's that going to work? I think I've just measured it wrong. Everything's so dry and slippery, isn't it? Not a good look. So there's 10, there's 15 mil, yeah. How can that... Sorry, it's a circle, isn't it? Half of 15. Because it's the radius, not the diameter. So it's 67.5, isn't it? 7.5, half of 15. Yo, Raven. How you doing? Tina, hello, Tina Carroll, how you doing? So yeah, well, I'll do the square across it job. Diagonal corners. And then I can use the compass as it was intended. In the centre, 7.5mm. I have a nice crib. It's a fucking shithole, mate. But you can't see the bit that I can't. You can't see the bits that I can see. So 7.5 is half of 15. Am I right? Huh? Am I right? Bill Osby tells the Noah Ark story. Quite often, Bill. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Sorry, meant sir, multitasking here, drying hair. No, you're alright, you do what you want, Ev. Doesn't look big enough to me. But it is. It's a bit bigger. Oh, it's almost bang on 16 mil, surprisingly. Oh, for fuck's sake. Vu Pole. Shame on lion. What does that mean? What, eh? That's automatically translated as shame on lion. Don't know what that means. Sorry. Vol pole, yeah. Look at it. Can't even do anything, can it? I'd rather just use my saw. Fuck this computer. Fucking gay as fuck. Seven and a half. Can't fucking see for looking here. I just made the measurement wrong, I'm an idiot. 5, 6, 7 and a half plus 1, 2, 3, that's what? 9 and a half. But 9 and a half and 9 and a half is fucking 19. So, well, half of 6 is 3, half of 10 is 5. 5 plus 3, 7. Fuck me, side. They hate mental arithmetic. I can work out the area of a circle in my fucking head. But if you say what 6 sevens, I'm like, fuck knows. Right, Wes, how you doing? Oh no. Yeah, it's translating everyone's fucking nice comments into dumb shit. How you doing, Cudmat? Alright, Wes, how you doing, mate? Cultural and artistic community. I think that's what that says. Isn't it radius 3.14? Pi r squared. Pi r squared, isn't it? Pi radius squared, yeah. I'm just struggling to make the correct measurement. That's all I was doing, being sparse as usual. So, how you doing, Wes, man? You good? That is more like it. We're pegging, Wes. Can't believe no one said a joke about it yet. Hey, how you doing? It's the lady who changed the name so you can't remember her fucking name. Mina, how you doing? You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Mina from Nepal. There we go. Printing addresses to ship stuff, yeah. Keep those members happy, man. Keep those members happy. Oh wow, that's fucking pointless, that thing is. I fucking give up. Why would a compass change fucking diameters halfway around a circle? Fucking waste of time. Does it just want turning up? What? Yeah, I don't know why it can't do that. This is the master circle, and it's set the same. So this should be exactly the same. Fuck me, it's only a basic guide. More fucking hassle than it's worth. How you doing? Yeah, you good? So what I'm doing this on both ends so they don't end up with it tapered, which will be a pain in the arse because the hole is not going to be tapered, even though it will have a slight taper on it because I want it to get fat at one end, but it's going to be bigger than the hole rather than smaller than the hole. It might not even need it anyway. We'll find out after we've done one. There you go. So I've got to go now and cook my evening meal. Take care, catch up soon. Goodbye, take care. Have fun, I'm glad you're well, and glad you could join us, Julie. It's really nice of you. So I'm going to be like slightly boring for a minute, and I'm just going to whittle these pegs down with a knife. This is the shittest thing I've ever used in my life. What a fucking pack of shit. Fuck me. Just measure them up, Sam. $17mm. 15mm. Excellent. Too small. 17mm. 17mm. Right, 1 out of 3 is wrong. Which one is it? That one, I can see it. It's 1mm, 2mm smaller, but I can see it with my eye. How we doing? Yo Lions, Lex, how are you, mate? Just having a pre-bath smoke. Nice. Pre-bathage, get involved. I know I don't look like I'm doing much, but that's because it's a slightly longer process than 15 seconds short, so you may have to put your thinking caps on. So yeah, I'm just drawing a simple circle. We're attempting to, with the world's shittest compass, about as fucking useful as. I thought the concept of a compass in itself would just make it simple, but Alexandra, hi, nice to see you. Yeah, so not doing anything too amazingly fucking intricate, but I'm going to carve these into round pegs by taking off these corners for a start, because that's where most of the material bulk is sat. This is where we find out how easy oak is to carve. Dry, stolen from your workplace about 8 years ago oak, probably more now, 12 years ago, already dried anyway. I don't know if I've thought this through, but hopefully they go round. I mean, whatever, shove a peg in a hole, it's going to work, isn't it? This is medieval fucking, probably Roman, pre-Roman Greek fucking technology. So I guess I'm testing myself against the ancient wisdom of the Greeks and the Romans. That side's going to be flat. It is 1 mil bigger though, so that's good. I know I can't really show you, well I can show you what I'm doing, I'm trying to, but I tried to get them more central and that didn't work, so that's good. Nothing much, Lex. Back to winter in Glasgow. Oh, my fucking back. Raining sideways, bloody hell. You have all, oh, excuse me, you have all the fun up there, don't you, Ev? I mean, it's basically like slightly less than Highland weather, isn't it, generally? In Glasgow. You're not far, are you, from the coast? And you're not far from the Highland parts of Scotland. So yeah, just making some, hey, that's how to break it. So yeah, I'm trying not to split the wood, I'm trying to cut it, because if it splits it's unpredictable. If it cuts, I can cut it where I want it. But that's the basic. So they're not hard to make. Well, that's a basic shape of a peg. And so I'm just going to try and get the centre. I don't want to cut too much off the edge. I want to cut more out of the middle now. No rain here for a long time. Yeah, it's not rained here for about 3 months nearly. It's fair fortnight in Glasgow as well, knowing that it will always rain these 2 weeks. Yeah, so but if you look, it's bulged in the middle because obviously I've cut this way and this way. Now I've got to like shave across the middle just to get it. And I've oversized it to give myself enough room, obviously. Fuck me, these knives are sharp. This is proper dried beautiful oak. It's just falling through it. So I'm going to do one and then see how the others go, see how it goes basically. This is the prototype, if you would. it's not that difficult. Keeping them in the right shape and size is the hard part. Because if it's a millimetre too small, it will kind of work, but not really. So, and they're not tapered. I'm not going to taper them too much. I might taper them a little bit, but it's my first time pegging, so unsure as to exactly how to proceed with the finer details, which you usually find when you start a project and you go, oh yeah, how does that work? So, but at least I'm aware of different types of pegs and different tapers and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm not going to glue it. I've got some wood glue there, but I'm not going to glue it. First time what? Pegging. I'm pegging some pieces together. So I have a hole in a piece of wood and I'm making a peg that will go in it. I have left myself a fair bit of room for error, so I'm glad about that, because it would only make it more difficult. And I know you're just looking at the top of my head while I do this, but obviously if you had a lathe you could probably turn these pegs. Not that it's not really worth it, like, because they don't need to be. And to be honest, the less perfect they are, in a way, that along this sort of surface, the better they'll grip into it. And I'm only using oak for two reasons. Three reasons. It's strong. I've got some in the right sort of shape and diameter size, so I can just literally make a peg like that. It's a dissimilar wood, so hopefully if you use the same exact wood, I don't know whether it'll be better or worse, but there's a lot of science to all this, and a lot of it I have no idea about, so I'm just as daft as you. I bought a metal bracket and screwed it in it. Yeah, I know you would have. But this is it. There's a million ways. I've got to sit down. My back's fucked. There's a million ways to skin a cat, isn't there? That's the thing. This is just trying to do it old school technology. Round peg, round hole. Yeah, well, this is it. It's not really technical, is it? This is like, say, it's like Roman sort of technology, isn't it? Greek, probably pre-Roman, pre-Greek, I don't know. Fucking Mesopotamia. But I'm just trying to get them there. They're not like a cylindrical shape with no. You don't want just super fat bits on it. You just want it to be kind of roughly around, all the way around. Now still a tiny bit bigger, so we're good. I don't know whether to taper. I don't know whether to taper one. There's a problem with oak. It's very bitty and it'll split really easily if you don't want to play. It'll split real easy. You just chip out and then you're fucked. This is super dry as well. Because it's super dry today, and it has been for the last 2 summers. So it's, yeah, super dry wood. And I think the faff with these pegs is going to be the pain in the arse with this particular project. I do have a bit of an idea to make it a bit easier next time. What I was going to do was place that in a vise on a diamond diagonal. Morning, Owen. I was going to put that in the vise on a diagonal and plane it flat and draw the circle in there, 17mm, 16mm. So yeah, having a bit of a, it's just a bit of a see how it goes kind of moment. See, splits up so easy. I think this is going to be a pain in the ass. It's only on that one plane though. No one knows what I'm talking about anyway, so. Obviously as you turn the piece around to do the cutting of it, you're changing the orientation of the grain within it. So you're turning the grain around at the same time. So one of those pieces of grain, it just wants to split in a certain place, which makes it a massive bell ending gay. But yeah, if I just wanted to make a chair for the sake of making a chair's sake, I'd just smash fucking 6 screws through its side, wouldn't I? How is Britain? It's a shithole, Naveen, and it's being overtaken. Andy Burnham's not going to save us. He's literally part of the same fucking bullshit that the first cunt came out of. He's just the next big wanker. And everyone's just going to wank themselves off going, oh, Andy Burnham's just lowered our tax for 2 years. I'll vote for him. They're fucking idiots. Yeah, politics in Britain is a fucking joke, mate. And people need to wake the fuck up. Because I can't fucking vote all on my own, can I? I know roughly what's going on. Like a lot of other people, I'm not special. But, yeah, people need to wake the fuck up. They ain't got a fucking clue what's happening right in front of their eyes. Probably in a lot of other countries as well, we're not special. But we have a certain group of people who are doing their best to try and control things. Andy Burnham being one of those control methods. He is a Fabian Society member. So therefore is an unelected Nazi eugenic cunt. He'll do two or three things at the beginning of his like term, and then he'll run a snap election. He's just a fall guy. He's a fucking. They're all just weak, easily manipulated fucking wankers. They've got no morals. Yeah, it's great, Naveen. Well, you no. Yeah, I mean, if you haven't worked it out yet since COVID, pretty much just give up. Just go fucking dig yourself a hole. So that side there, can't touch that because it just crumbles. The last guy and the new guy, yeah, exactly, same bullshit every time. We've not had a fucking proper election in this country. It'll be about fucking 25 years. Tony Blair, Gordon Brown, Fabian Society, all involved in it. Get fucking with the programme. If you don't know that, then you're fucking slow. If you do go and find out, well done you. Yeah, basically Andy Burnham's going to get in. Everyone thinks he's amazing because he's Mayor of Manchester. He's already been a cunt. He's already been in the cabinet. He's already taken money off people. He's basically just going to go, oh yeah, blah blah blah, snap election, next guy. They've already ruled him in. The media said, oh, it's going to be Andy Burnham, blah blah blah. Like, how the fuck does the media know already? And then they said it was going to be him, and it was him. And it's like, right, so how does everyone know what's going on before it goes on then? It's like there's just so much to it that if you watch, if you've got a brain, you can see it. If you haven't, you know, good luck. Yeah, I'm just turning down a peg basically, aren't I? And because it's the first one I've done, I'm being a bit shy with it. And it's not very interesting to watch, so sorry. The lease for 10 North was signed before. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You got it. You got it, F. They already know. How does the press already know he's getting in before he gets in? And then they just suggest it like, oh yeah, it might be this, it looks like this, blah blah, and then he's in. It's just like, it's so obviously planned, it's fucking retarded. If you don't get it, you're a fucking Mongol. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. You're an absolute fucking idiot if you don't understand what's going on. Fabian Society, look it up. WEF, everything to do with everything, all about it. Wake up. Andy Burnham's a fucking wolf in sheep's clothing, just like the next guy will be. All the fucking same. Literally the same political party. Boris Johnson's dad wrote a book on eugenics. Blah 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 blah. You don't know what eugenics is, wake up. You're being genetically manipulated just like fruit and veg. Because you're cabbages. Hey, Kevin, so I'm making a peg to go in a hole to hold a stave onto a chair back like that, and there's going to be a second one just there. So I've already prepared these two sides, these flat, I've flattened these off with a plane. I've made a hole in there and I'm basically just experimenting with the peg. So that's and then that whole back, sort of those two staves on that back, is going to attach onto the bottom of there. So I can lean back on my chair and be a little bit, just a little bit more comfortable, and it will support my base and my back, which is basically fucked. It's been really painful today for some reason. Yeah, so I'm just fashioning a peg, and it's the first one, so I'm taking my time and I'm just doing, you know. whatever circle I drew on there is absolute bollocks. That old 16mm, that's coming up to 17mm. Yeah, it's been signed ever since he came out on the political scene, basically. Ev. Like, who did he? Who is he? Where did he come from? Do you know what I mean? Every prime minister who's been a Labour member has also been a member of the Fabian Society. And I know no one knows what I'm talking about, but you should. It's plain as the nose on my face. So we're nearing. Yo, Smoke! What's up, buddy? Chill mode. Yeah, hey Kevin, how you doing, man? So yeah, it's a little bit boring. I'm just sort of sat here whittling a peg, which is not that exciting for everyone, but hopefully it will lead to the exciting bit, which is putting the chair together using the peg. Basically, what you're going to do when your phone turns off, you got any books to read? You got any like knives and tools and stuff to keep you busy with no electricity? There we go. We've achieved the first part, which is to make that exactly that size. Could you round it off with a socket for lug nuts 19mm? Yeah, there's lots of ways you could do it, mate. I'm not going to do it though. I'm going to sit here with my fucking knife. I'm going to fucking whittle it. I mean, I could just go out and buy a 17mm dowel and stab it through, couldn't I? There's multiple ways to do this faster. That is not what craft is. I believe the difference between craft and like DIY is taking the time to make it right and learning how to take the time to make it right. I believe that's the difference. I mean, I could just get a massive digger and smash it. Done. Don't want to. I want to learn to do it. I want to be able to do it. I want to have the skills to do it. And so I'm just going to do it the old fucking boring old fashioned way, and everyone can either watch or not. You can buy a fancy thing for your drill at any millimetre. They're about 70 quid each. Put it on your drill and you just go and it just puts a perfect dowel on it. But they're the people who can't do it with a knife, you see. I can do it with a drill because you don't need any skills. The people who do it with a drill can't do it with a knife, and that's the difference. I can do what you do. You can't do what I do. That's the difference. And it's not a boast. It's to encourage people to understand it in that manner and develop those skills, isn't it? I don't need a plug socket apart from for my phone and my laptop. I don't need any power or motors, or do you know what I mean? I mean, I use the drill press because I've got a drill press, but I could quite easily just get out my I could get my bib and brace out. Look, power drill. I might do that for the next one. So I do that, put it in the vise and use the bib and brace with the bit on it. I'll do that. and then I'm not moaning about it, am I? No one else is. Okay. We'll put the 16mm drill bit in there, look. And I'll use that. How you doing, Woody? You get it. I know. I know you're not being a dick as well, Burlock. I know you're just suggesting another way, but I can craft things too. Well, you know, basically all I'm saying is taking your time to make it right is craft. Trying to smash through it as quick as you can, not craft. The skills needed to do that are craft. But yeah, I'm sure you can smokes. I wasn't aiming that at you or anyone else in the chat in particular when I said I can do things you. What I'm saying is using the drill's not hard, is it? So I could do that bit without practicing it. Do you know? I had a DeWalt drill, got nicked out my truck. Cost me £4 off a car boot sale, so I wasn't even that pissed off apart from the fact that it was mine. And some thieving little fucking gypsy couldn't keep his fingers off it. But yeah, what I'm saying is you don't need skills, do you, to use a drill? I can do that easy. I'd like to learn and hone the skills to use something like a flat knife to make a round peg. And hopefully the chair will last, you know, a good few years because it's not from IKEA. No handlebars. I'm same. Yeah, how it's made. I used to watch a lot of that. Discovery Channel. Used to watch a lot of American Hot Rod. That's what got me into welding. American Hot Rod, American Chopper. How It's Born. I used to watch a lot of that guy as well. He's good. The Chopper Is Born. Basically made a fucking helicopter in his shed and then got it flight assigned. Quite wild. But obviously while you're whittling away, you've got to be aware of whether you're taking off too much on one side and not enough on the other, etc. So it's a lot of hand-eye coordination. And see, we're halfway through now. So if I make that peg that diameter all the way, I should be able to just taper this end up slightly and drive it in, and it should sit nicely. No, I know you're agreeing. Yeah, I know you're agreeing, Smoke. I know, mate. I know you're agreeing. I know you can craft things as well. You're old, dude. You're old. You can do old school. I know. It's probably more of a testament to yourself and your knowledge, skills and ability that you're actually like quite good with technology, you know. It's the opposite way around, but you know, something to be noted, something to be proud of, isn't it? You know, you're quite good with tech. You've got a fucking android robot fucking camera bird, Pauline or something, I don't know, can't remember, but you called it a name as well. But yeah, I think that's more testament to your sort of skills and knowledge, isn't it? The ability to do that. Be good with technology. A lot of older people aren't, are they? A lot of younger people are, but when you've grown up with the technology, you know, generally you just take it on board, don't you? But now I know the general diameter, you see, I can literally just churn this off a bit, get it roughly right, without trying to fucking snap it. But you get my point. Anyone can use power tools, not everyone can not use power tools. So I'd rather learn the not use power tools bit, and then when it comes to using a power tool, I can drive a digger, I've drove a cat before, I can use a concrete breaker, I can use a drill, I can actually use a torque drill with a torque setting on it, which most people don't use and don't even know exists. They just whack the torque up to full and go and smash a screw through something. They don't even realise that the torque setting's sat there on purpose to create a system where you can just put the screw in perfectly. I learned that when I was drywalling. So yeah, I'd rather learn the other skills that we don't use, because then I'm one of a few people who has them, rather than anyone can pick up a fucking drill and drill a hole in the wall, can't they? You can still fuck that up obviously, but you get my point. Something then. Smells like the fryer's on. It's like an air fryer, isn't it? Everyone can use a fucking air fryer. Doesn't make you a fucking chef, does it? I think you get my point. Good Woody, good to hear. Nice smokes. Years ago. Old school. Yo Tom, I can ride my bike with no handlebars. Oh, wicked. That's, yeah, quite a trick, that. Wooly, that's it, that's what you called it. Sorry, Smoke. Yeah, the weird Android fucking AI bot camera thing. Again, you know, it's just not my cup of tea. I think it's quite interesting that it can do that, but I think it's quite interesting that a spanner can go around. Do you know what I saw today? I saw someone use a, I don't know, is it a dung beetle or a rain beetle or something. And it had got, you know, like a stag beetle, something like a stag beetle, quite big like that, with the little stag horns on the front. And they literally used it and put it around a 10mm bolt like that and turned the bolt. I thought it was fucking hilarious. Yeah, well, this is pre-drywall guns, Smoke. Pre-drywall guns. They didn't have specific guns specifically made for drywall. You had a DeWalt gun and you set it to like 7, 8 or 9, depending on how far you wanted the fucking screw to go in. Because you know as well as me, if you bust a screw straight through a drywall into a steel or an aluminium stud, or a wooden stud, it'll just drive straight through the wall, and that's not what you need. Or 11, yeah, I don't know what 11 what, but yeah, what I'm saying is a lot of people own drills and they don't even know what the torque settings are for. The difference between driver, drill, hammer, etc. Screw setting. Yeah, you've either got drill, which is all the torque, or you've got driver, which is partly, you know, you can use the torque to help not drive the screw too far into the piece. Oh, fuck off. These pegs are just going to have to be how they are, because they're quite irritating out of this oak. Oak's very choppy and snappy. It's the only bad thing about it, it will chip and snap. Whereas, so we're getting there. We're getting there. Our amps go up to 11. There's one after 15 for screw that I use if I'm screwing a screw. Yeah, and then you want it to go all the way in, as in like a screw in a plug in a piece of solid brick. So yeah, I'm sorry, I know this is quite boring to watch, but hopefully interacting with the chat and everyone enjoying that side of it. And I will get quicker at making these, obviously. and I can still use a plane or whatever and make it speed up the process anyway. But there is a bit of a kind of thing to it, making a peg, because it's round. And wood usually tends to prefer being in a flat plane to give it strength, etc. in its grain, because its grain runs in a flat plane, doesn't it? But yeah, sorry it's not that interesting. And I've only got 6 more to make. I just want to do a proof of concept, I think. Make sure it works. Make 2. I drill the other side, and that'll get these 2 pieces kind of fixed together, and we'll go from there. Can whittle a few pegs tonight, can't I? Obviously I could use a draw knife, I could use a shave horse, all that kind of stuff. I just don't have one at my disposal, so it'll just be the old Mora 120 doing the beast, doing the job. All those little numbers around the chuck collar are settings that will adjust how much torque is applied. Yes, exactly. And if you put it slightly lower than what you need it, you'll never drive a screw straight through the fucking drywall. But I'm guessing a lot of people just don't know, do they? They just, you know what I mean. Tradies are generally decent people, but also they're going to be slightly less fucking wise than some other members of society, aren't they? It takes a lot of skill and ingenuity to be a tradie in some ways, but then it attracts a certain crowd, doesn't it? Especially in Britain. I know that in Britain for a fact. People just want a quick buck, do some shitty cowboy work, still get paid. You know? They're not rocket scientists, are they? Not boring, it's very interesting. There we go, so we've got a peg through now, yeah? Can't get back out, probably. Let's get the old mallet back out, shall we? I think that's a proof of concept that it works. A bit of wax on a screw, yeah, can help as well, yeah. So we've got a fairly decent peg there. I need to just obviously do this end as well, and I'm going to taper it slightly, but I don't know how much. I'm guessing a very, very slight taper will feel like a hell of a lot more, because it 1mm, obviously it doesn't fit in the hole, so it doesn't have to be like a fucking taper like that. It's only got to be a very vague taper, I'm guessing. But it's all about reading the grain. This is what it's teaching me. You won't be able to see that, but my brain's telling me all sorts of different things while I'm doing this. I'm quickly scraping away like that, and I'm turning it, and I'm going, oh, bit of grain there, that'll be right, yeah, not there, right, yeah, and I'm just constantly like, my brain's flickering, isn't it? Quicker than any computer is even ever going to be capable of, ever. It can't do this shit. It cannot do it. One of the other reasons why I like to get these skills as well, because they'll never ever be replaced, ever. They might never be needed, tough shit on me, but they'll never be replaced, never by no machine. So, you know, people with practical jobs or thinking jobs where AI would never be able to do that, you know, like train a dog. Imagine AI training a dog. It can't even count to 10. AI can't even count to 10. It's fucking retarded. I fucking hate it, and I'd spend my whole live stream every single time slagging it off because it's retarded, and it's not the real purpose of AI anyway. It's just a cover so that everyone goes, oh AI, yeah, blah blah blah. It's not that. What AI is actually doing is fucking totally different, just to make you believe that that's how it is and that it's shit. But first and foremost, pointing out that it's shit is the first way to get everyone to realise, isn't it? Tom, it hurt. Was trying to tighten the screw on my chair. Oh, in the nose. Fucking hell, Ev. Oh, I remember getting a core drill. I was doing a 4-inch core for flue through some red bricks. They felt like engineering bricks. And I remember doing that and pushing on harder like that, and that fucking swung round, and I literally, the drill and my fist punched myself in the face. I was just in a wardrobe or something. Yeah, you're right, Beard, you got it. Many don't know that they can also lock the drill chuck. Yeah. Yes, different drills have different settings on it. Same here. Yo, Shizzle. Sizzle, Shizzle. How you doing? Exactly, Maria. Weirdly, I was thinking of that. Yeah. Imagine AI trying to train a dog. You can't even talk to you properly. It's fucking spasticated. There's a dude on here, on YouTube. He's my favourite YouTuber at the moment. I can't remember his name now. But he's done loads of videos. He gets 2 AIs and tries to get one of them to beatbox while the other one raps, and they just end up going and the other one's going, yeah, I'm doing this, and then the other one's like, have you started yet? No, you start first. Yeah, I'll start first. They're fucking retarded. Absolutely fucking retarded. Get 2 AIs to count to 100. Can't do it. It lies. It makes stuff up. It just imagines things. He got ChatGPT, the highest grade of it at the time, the best version of it, to watch a video of its creator saying it doesn't have a timer function, and then asked it to time him walking away and coming back. It timed it wrong and said it was 7 minutes when it was literally 4 seconds, and then it lied and said it had a timer function. You just watched the video of your creator saying you don't have one. Fucking retarded, mate. It's not even funny at this point. It's beyond funny. It's fucking outrageous. The gaslighting. Basically what it is, it's a language model that's set up so that it needs to, it feels it's better to come up with an answer that's wrong than say I don't know. So it constantly just comes up with wrong answers instead of finding the right one. It's lazy as fuck. Shit. Anyway, I'd rather spend fucking 2 hours making a peg, wouldn't you? So this isn't necessarily either the critical part of the peg. The critical part of the peg is I want it to slide, almost be slide through there. And then it's this part where it hits the board where it's most important. So now we've made 1 peg. I've got a second one ready to make. Peace and love. Cheers, Smoke. Man, my internet is screwed and I'm not feeling it. Time for a reboot. Cheers, Smoke. Have fun. Yeah, we're rebooting. I might reboot this tree and see if I can get a better piece of wood out of it. It's wild, isn't it? Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Yeah, well, I don't know if you've noticed, Sizzle, but they've actually removed the thumbs down icon from the shorts screen, because so many people were just thumbs down on the AI stuff that they've actually removed it. How sad. How sad that they have to lie so much to force upon some people who don't want it, some bullshit they don't want. How sad. So yeah, they've actually removed the icon from your screen if you haven't noticed it, but they have. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the drill bit to mark it. The data centers are basically fracking the ground to, yeah, well, they're going to use all this energy that they're trying to save from people like us using it. Is basically the intention of that is so they can use it. So, I'll mark that through there, and then I can drill it. It's probably going to be a pain in the arse to drill because it's quite high up, but I'm going to do it anyway, just to show that you can. So there's a lot of room for error, obviously, in this. Hell of a lot of room for error. Also, it's going to be quite difficult because I can't get up above it. Maybe I should use my stool. How about that? Wait, use my stool. How's that? That's better. Look, we get some actual fucking purchase on it. Tighten it anymore. But I'm more interested in stuff like this sort of woodwork than I am in like anything anything technological. So this peg should go in there. What we're talking, inch and a half. Should be about an inch and a half going in there. So right up to the nuts. Yep, safety flip flops. These are like pull flops as well. They're not even very good flip flops. But they're the softest things I've got because my feet were aching yesterday from walking around London. Like doing stupid shit. There we go. One little hole drilled. Bit of fun. So peg should sit nicely in there, and hopefully I'll be able to drive that from there straight through into there. It actually seems more sticky on the edge than it does in there. might just drill that out. See how it's not very, obviously it's quite big at the moment. I don't know if it's just because I've drilled that with that and it's come out a little bit kind of wonky donkey. That's probably what it is. Go a little bit deeper. I kind of want to do the one on the other side as well before I knock this one in. Even though it doesn't matter too much. But I've got a funny feeling it's going to be a bit loose. What are you going to do? Woody! I realised by blocking someone's channel, more of their stuff is stuffed your way. Is it? That's sad. It's quite possible it is already killing people, yeah. It's quite possible, yeah. Woody, what's happened to me? I realised, yeah, no, not if you click don't recommend. It's still working for me, other channels does not come up. Yeah, sometimes by blocking someone, I don't know, fucking YouTube's bullshit, isn't it? It's manipulating you constantly. It's the one thing I hate about it. So if I just gently scrape the sides, just give me a little bit more wiggle room. I don't know whether to knock this one together now or it would help if I did drill that in the right side, wouldn't it? Do it. Drill another hole then. Let's do it all over again. I'll drill the hole in the side for number 2, not in the side for number 1. Silly boy. So let's re-drill that. I'm only doing this for the laugh. How can you tell it's square? Because you're touching the wood square. Probably could do with a sharpen as well, this bit, to be honest. Could definitely do with a sharpen. Get the old Nagora stone out. Yeah, that's what they'll do though, isn't it, Sizzleman? That's what they've been doing already. It is what they'll do, mate. That's sharper. Cutting action. My belly's in the way, so I need to go back slightly. Alright, 2 holes. So, should be able to drill one more hole, make one more peg and put it together. Yeah, there's a bit of an issue with doing that by hand. It makes the hole a bit sloppy. Even though now you can see I could go a little bit deeper, A little bit deeper. So if I measured that to be flush, put them up there, yeah, that'll give me the depth that needs to be. And that will be the difference. And how much deeper. $10 mil. So I've got about 10 mil I can go down there. Yeah, doing it by hand, probably not giving the most accurate. Better fit. That's good. That's a better fit now. Should be enough. Yeah, we will. That's the coming revolution, Woody. It's the coming revolution, mate. But you got to get on here to tell people, aren't you? Or else no one's going to know, so they're not going to do it properly. Do you know what I mean? Got to use the technology to tell people to fucking stop using it. I mean, look what happened in COVID. First thing everyone did was realise that they couldn't see the family, and they were like, oh my god, this is fucking crazy. And then everyone bought fucking gym equipment and fucking walking boots, and you couldn't fucking move for love nor money in Wales, Scotland, fucking Derbyshire. So COVID had a bit of a sort of backwards effect almost, didn't it, where people realised what life really meant. Do you know what I mean? What pisses me off is there are so many accounts that are just, yeah, it's just bullshit. They have actually tried to crack down on it. But yeah, people can literally just, I wonder, I've learned to never say yes to the telephone or to any call because it can record that and use that as giving your permission. Wow, yeah, goes deep, doesn't it, man? Runs deep. How do I know? What do I know of many communities that are created intentionally that are off-grid and still struggling to maintain? Yep, it's been happening for fucking 100 years, mate. Do you know what I mean? Shall I just knock this in? What we're saying? I've already made the hole on the other side of that, so I've only got to make an hole in there. Moment of truth, everyone. Is everyone ready? think I got that the right way around. Queuing for an hour for milk. What is? You? Out of the bath. What's up? We're just talking about, yeah, AI and all that bullshit. What I should do really, I just want to prove a concept, but I will be able to drill those through from above, so it should be good. The intentional communities have had to get some of their own people to run for city councils to maintain their lifestyles, to remain off grid. Yeah, that's what I mean. They're coming for you, dude. Oh yeah, during COVID, yeah, one-way system. So COVID, apparently, according to their bullshit science, it lingered longest on things like clothing. All supermarkets made their lines go straight through the clothing department, which is right next to the tills. It works. Look at that. It works. I would probably hold it apart from... Oh, it'd make it adjustable, wouldn't it? Adjustable back. Nah, it just come loose. And it does come out, look. But... use a bit of inertia. Fucking hell. And once there's a couple more in there, and then these are also pinned at the bottom of the chair, then that should be sound. Like a glove. Yeah, so there you go. Proof of concept. And I'm sure once there's two more in there, it's not a very good fit. What's stopping it fitting up? Maybe clean these holes out a little. It's not the greatest thing I've ever done in my life, to be honest, but it does work. And I just want to see if it would work. So I've achieved, I think, getting the shit out of the edge of the hole. You like that, would it? And clean the obviously they'd be better if they were locking together a lot better, and it might always keep coming apart, but worst case scenario is just chuck some glue in it if I want it. Do you know what I mean? You can just chuck some glue in, kind of. So, but yeah, the proof of the concept is in the pudding, isn't it? So pretty sturdy once it's tapped in. Don't want to screw. Oh, you could use a screw, Beard. Yeah. Why does everyone keep suggesting things that I am not going to do? I don't get it. Do you not get it, Beard? Yeah, of course I could just stick some screws in it. Or are you using another two big dowel? Yeah, two on each side more, so there'll be three on each side. Plus, then these will be trapped, because they will be trapped by being screwed to the back of the... So, I don't know if you'll see this. Will you see it? You can kind of see it, yeah. Well, they'll be screwed to the back. Sort of like that. And that one just turn that backwards. That's why I did the middle one first, because I know that I need to adjust that so that it fits nicer. But it's basically going to sit like that, yeah? I know you can't kind of see that, but you can kind of see it. But that's the concept of it, just to have that little bit of back support just at the bottom there. I mean, my middle of my back's here, so perhaps cover the peg with glue and sawdust. Oh, you could do... I don't understand where the screws came from. This was a screwless chair. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I can always smash some screws in it. But this is what I'm saying. I'm just trying to see if it works. So far, it seems that it does. It just won't quite shut up correctly. I'm a bit kind of concerned that it won't. But it might be the fact that I've judged the hole not perfectly parallel to the where the peg wants to sit, if you know what I'm saying. So. But one way or another, it will go down. Yeah, I think this making sure the holes are perfect on each side is the way to do that, isn't it? So I've already got a hole in there, which is annoying because I need to then somehow transfer that hole to this piece of wood. Maybe I could do that in some way or another. But yeah, just learning as we go along, isn't it? You can't, like I say, you can't be too far from the fucking truth, can you? I'm wondering if I could draw on it with charcoal like that, all the way around the hole, and then transfer it that way. It's not far off. Get a rough circle out of that. There we go. That worked well. That worked well, didn't it? Just still feel like there's a bit of a... Yeah, it'll be right. Real home... Hey Matt, how you doing, mate? During COVID, the global air quality was by multiples times better. Yeah, well, look at this thing with CO2. The percentage of CO2 in our atmosphere right now is something like 0.03%. And if it gets to 0.04%, what actually happens is plants breathe in carbon dioxide, and so all plants and crops will actually make a bigger yield. They enjoy carbon dioxide, they like it. What actually happens if it goes the other way, 0.02, we all die. So there's only one reason why they're trying to stop carbon, isn't it? Yes, I could make the glue peg thing and make the hole a little bit better, couldn't I? But it means I've got to make another peg now, so you're going to get bored as fuck watching. But yeah, drill a hole in there. And then make another peg, and I'll be able to put this together enough for it to hold, so I can work out what I'm going to do at the back there. Obviously the front of the stool, this is a wedge shape, yeah, so it's quite a small shape, it's small at the front, but it's quite large at the back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and use the curve of this to sort of lay it back slightly, so that it gives that room for your back and your arse to be in there. Of those staves, if you know what I mean, they're going to be like that, and you can see they're almost good already, so I might just channel them out slightly, flatten the side to draw across them, and flatten that portion off there so it's nice and flat with a chisel. just a channel, drop that onto that channel, and then I'm not going to be able to peg it there. Another thing I didn't think of, I've also got a hole there, haven't I? But I've still got, what, 1.5 inches maybe? 1.25 inches, 3/8 to put a peg in. So I can get just get 1.25 inches peg in there. So we'll see. We'll see. But that's the basics. I'm just going to drill this hole in here. It should be roughly where that hole is. And I've done the middle one on purpose so that I can move the back like that. So here we go. This is why you should talk to your plants. What? Yeah, exactly. CO2, innit? Breathing it out all the time. It's not a bad shout, that, Ev. I quite like that. It's a good concept. But yeah, if we reduce the CO2 in the atmosphere, bad things happen. It doesn't mean we should purposely increase it, but it definitely means we shouldn't be trying to reduce it. It's fucking mental. And we definitely shouldn't be trying to reduce it for common, normal people, whilst everyone else, politician-wise, just does what the fuck they like, and companies and massive Tesla factories and fucking giga fucking chunks of fucking pollution going about, while we're washing out jam jars. Do you know what I mean? Busted through the bottom. There we go. No power tools used. Well, I used the first one obviously, but it's coming quite useful, that stool. What I normally do is do it on the floor, but it's not very good for the viewerships, is it? And I remember next time to not bust through the bottom like that, because it makes a fucking mess. So yeah, rudimentary, probably not the best. There's probably people who are do it for a living who could probably teach me a thing or two, but maybe one day I'll get that. So we have 2 holes now that are roughly the same, in a good place. Yeah, in a good place. All we need now is a peg, and we'll have 2 pegs that'll hold it. And what's up, Matt? You alright? Looking like a good place to sit already. It's keeping a low profile, but getting much better. Oh, okay. Oh no, the stool will take that. That'll take. You can put a car on that, mate. It's made out of solid ash. Look at that. Ash is like one of the most. I think it is almost the most solid wood. One of the most solid woods, definitely, and freely available. So yeah, you're not going to snap that. I mean, you'd have to drag one of these, and you'd have to literally snap them that way. And they've still got quite a bit of give in them. Quite a lot of give in now. So yeah, it's not going anywhere. But it's just a simple proof of concept. If I wanted to, I could make some nice bits of wood, plane them down, make them really smooth and beautiful, and use the same construction concepts but that's why I made it. So I made the construction concepts without having to do all the faffing about and making things look pretty. I could do that anyway. It's dead easy. That takes the time, but it's the easy bit. Once you get the construction method down, you know, that's the bit that you need to deal with, isn't it? Yeah, I did do a jumping on it. I jumped up and down on it. Yeah, this chair's fucking so solid, dude. It don't even rock. I'm even surprised myself because I just chucked it together. But the fact is that, yeah, it works really well. Kind of unbelievably well, to be honest. But yeah, let's go with the old. Take the corners off. And I'll do this slightly differently this time because I've already done one once. Yeah, it is kind of comfy, especially I've got a little, you know, a little blanket. I can put that on top of it. Makes it even more comfy. I'll take these corners down. It should be a lot quicker now. I was faffing about with the other one a little bit. So this should be a little bit quicker. I don't want to rush it, obviously, but try and get it down to size on the end. You see my thumb where I cut the end of my thumb off, look, can you see it? Can't see it from that side, but yeah, you just see a flat spot on it. Yeah, I jumped on it last night, freaked everyone out. Or was it last night? I don't know, day before? I can't remember now. But yeah, drawing a circle on either end of the block, just because, you know, dumb as fuck. Might as well fucking red on my nose. Oh, pain in the neck. I hope it's comfy when I've done it. I think it's going to be a bit annoying. It's going to be a bit small for my arse, but I just have to eat less donuts, won't I? Just like that perfect t-shirt that you want to wear. Basically stop drinking beer and eating so much. Usually does the trick, doesn't it? Surprising. It surprised me when I went to that wedding. Fucking 12 pints of Guinness or whatever I was drinking. Cider and Guinness. Could tell the difference a couple of days later. the old beer tits, chippy tits, as they should be called. Beats making spoons all day, doesn't it? Cheers, Matt. Solid as shows it's not shit. Well, it looks a bit shit, that's what I was saying. But I know that. I didn't try and make it look good. I did the same at work to the top of my finger 26 years ago. Sliced the very top. Still hurts now. Bloody hell. Yeah, man boobs, chippy tits, yeah. It's, that's what they're called, isn't it? Yeah, nerve damage. I would imagine you probably did it worse than me. I was just cutting an onion and I literally just looked over at my pan and just went, last bit, and just top of it. And I looked at it and I was like, fuck's sake. Quite a big surface area. They're always a good indicator of how trim I am. What's that? I mean, I don't suffer with man boobs, but there's a bit of a fat one. Muffin tops, yeah, bit of a love handles. Birds love that sort of thing. They're always like, and the ones that don't, that are like gym bunnies, and they'll only go out with a guy with fucking 6 foot with 20-inch pecs or whatever. Fuck them. I probably don't like them anyway, they're probably dickheads. So, yeah. I mean, obviously massive tits is not great on a bloke, is it? But I seem to just fall under that most of the time. So just scaling this down, trying to get this bit, yeah. I'm pretty much going to peg this together and then fuck off anyway, because it's time for my chippy tea, isn't it? Keep my chippy tits up. Also, I prefer doing stuff like this. I know I'm sat down right now on my arse doing football, but I prefer doing stuff in this sort of manner rather than power tools, because you're constantly using your muscles, aren't you? Grip strength and all that malarkey, you know. I think grip strength is one of the main, I can't remember what they call it now, scientific name for it, contributing factor to overall health as you're older. Grip strength. So I did a load of climbing when I was younger, well into my 40s, so hopefully I've got decent enough grip strength. I still can't do the apple thing though, I still can't pull an apple in half. It's a shame, it's a good little party trick, isn't it? I don't really want to Google the concept of pegging, to find out the details of which way is best to go with these. See you soon, Matt. Cheers, buddy. We'll catch you later. It's good to see you, mate. I'm glad you're feeling better. Just there where it's going to go in. So one day I might get to sit on this chair, eh? You know? Take care, Matt. I have tiny Jeremy Beadle hands, but I'd like to try it. They're probably not that small. They're not proper Jeremy Beadles, are they? You'd be alright at it, Lex. You'd be good at it. Look for one of these online. It's called a Mora. You can only just see it now, but Mora 106 or Mora 126. Either will do. I think they're about 25 quid delivered to your door. You will of course need a credit card or something to prove you're 18 maybe, but that's all you need. Go and find a bit of wood. Don't wander about with that too much. Action a blanket. Found another dude doing yeah. Found another dude making spoons, an English guy. Can't remember his name now. Oops. But yeah, even whittling something simple like, I don't know, a little peg or a, I think the best starter project ever for whittling is a letter opener. I think that's the best thing to make. I did one when I was about 19 without really understanding or knowing what I was really getting myself into back then. Also made an ashtray with a chisel, which was quite fun. Quite enjoyed it. And I made a table out of pallets. Not quite cool. Oh, some pretty wood as well to be making into pegs. Can I try the chair too when I pick up my bag? Fucking don't want much, do you? Yes, of course, you can try the chair. You can try it for size. We could both sit on it and see if it'll hold our weights. I love how you're convinced you're coming here for Get My Bike. You're a funny egg. Just keep taking Rodney out. That's funny. I don't mind. You can come round for a cup of tea anytime, Maria. You're welcome. Bring your pretty little face around. I'll make you a cup of tea. Or coffee. I make quite a good coffee. You know. Stranger things have happened. So yeah, once I've whittled this peg down, I'm going to pop in that hole and hopefully I'll be able to show the stool in almost all its glory with a back on it and see if the proof of concept works. Trouble with these things is you don't want to go too far too fast, so as you get quite close to the diameter, you have to be more and more careful of it, obviously. Bet she's at your door in 5 minutes. Off until September. Oh no, we're not going to see Rodney. Sorry, I only just realised what you said, Lex. September. Where's he off? On holiday? Oh, the guy's off, so I don't need you, or I don't know. Well, they'll give you a little bit of time. Now you can pull in another one. Pull in another little dog walking job on the side. I don't know. 5 minutes. I won't. He might be bigger and wilder in September. I have no idea. Is Rodney not the little black greyhound guy? He's really cool. Oh no, it's Rocket, isn't it? Fucking hell. How you know so much about other people's lives? That's weird, isn't it? That's where, has Maria gone now? Is that it? She on her way? There you go, look. She's gone to get in the car, come for a coffee. Dude doesn't have to go in the office. Ah. Time for a career change. Yeah, Rocket's cool. I like Rocket. He's a cool dog. Well, more dogs or different career, or I don't know. You can make a name for yourself doing something, I'm sure, after all that. Good references and, you know, get sent a little knife and a little axe. Fucking don't bother me. I'm not going to make a lot of money. She's actually gone. My mum was supposed to go to my sister's down south for a week on Friday for 2 weeks, but it was cancel my holiday if she isn't going. What? You've got to have a pretty good reason to cancel a freaking holiday, haven't you? I would want a pretty good reason to cancel a holiday, put it that way. Yeah, probably not the best cutting blade on that drill bit. She's still too big. I was so ready for a holiday too. Now I will probably have to take 2 weeks in October when it's even more into winter. Fucking hell, Ev. Can't you just go anyway? Just go anyway. I'd just go yourself, Ev. Fuck it. Don't let it up. Just go yourself by yourself with your sister, can't you? Fuck it. You don't want to lose that, do you? She wants to be here for my other sister while she's going through hospital treatment. So once she knows she's okay and treatment working, she will go. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, you're right, Tom. It is understandable. I thought it was just a random fucking fuck it, I'm not doing it or something. You'd be like, yeah, I'd just go anyway. But yeah. So it'll take you forever to make this. As it gets closer and closer to size, there's less room for error, obviously. Right, we're through to there. So from about halfway. Oh, you just had the 2 weeks. I think she would be better going now, because then she can be back for... Yeah, probably. I'd tell her that, Ev. Just tell her, so you probably better going now. Time it for when you come back for 2 weeks, in 2 weeks time. You'll be fine, and then you can come and visit, can't you? Sometimes, Ev, you just have to tell people, don't you? And if they don't want to do it, fuck them. You can lead an horse to water, but you're going to lead a ladder to fuck it. Especially when it's your mother. Can't tell them no, can you? Just going to tell her now, as I read 5 weeks of radio. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, just suggest it to her. So don't cancel it. You'll be better off going now, and then when you come back, you'll be alright, won't you? And you'll be able to see the progress, or, you know, check on your sister in some way better, you know. I don't know, just chatting away whilst faffing with this fucking thing. See if that'll work. See if it'll work, shall we? Oi oi! Alright, Nikki. Not deep enough, is it? Just proving the concept of the pegs at the moment, Nikki. See if they're viable. Yes. Needs to be a bit deeper, doesn't it? I'm sure I went quite deep with that one. A bit more. Maybe 10 mil, eh? It's pointless though, because that peg's just fucking wet in there, isn't it? There's no point in that peg at all. It's not going to do fuck all, it's just falling in and out. So, yeah, and it needs to be deeper. Proving the concept there is not also always about proving the concept, is it? It's about disproving it, so you do it a different way. Anyway, sorry, forgot you were there. Don't know what you can see, what you can't see. How you doing, Nikki? Good. Trying to let up alive with Marcus for 8:30 when he's booked the field, then off to Dolly. Oh, is Mark on? I'll be off by then. How you doing, Nikki? Good. Yeah. I think drilling these by hand actually takes even more skill and patience. This is the first hole I drilled, isn't it? Oh no, it's the second hole. Almost bang on. It sticks in the bottom. This is good. Come on, fucking YouTube, get on with it. It's the weak link, isn't it, YouTube? There we go. It's held together. Well, it's not, because yeah, it's definitely a thing with the pegs. You've got to be a certain specific way to lock them together. Everything's so dry as well, it's not going to stick like it would. I think that peg's a bit too small. It's fucking really annoying. What I think I need to do is make the pegs so that they lock in here like that, and then so they're double-sided in a way, but it's bigger this end and also bigger here, if you know what I mean. So this becomes one piece and it can lock into there, but as you can see, that's not very tight at all, is it? Which is shit. This one's a bit tighter, so wet peg. I know. Everyone wants to go, don't they? Americano, how you doing, man? Yeah, I can make it work. But you've got to do one, haven't you, to understand what it is you don't want to do it again. You do it wrong or whatever. I think the angle of that is also could be way better. But that's what you get for doing stuff on a live stream where you can't fucking think for shit, because everyone's rattling in your ear. Or you feel like that at least, even if that's not the case. Yeah, I think I will do them double-sided, double-tapered. So that'll be tapered into there, because that ain't coming out unless I whack it. It's not exactly Japanese fucking joinery, is it? But that's quite annoying because this hole just went a little bit too far with it, maybe. Maybe turn it as well in there. Let's make it a little bit safer. But like I say, they'll be locked together anyway. But you'll be able to see now. Yeah. Bit of a fail almost on that, I reckon. You should be able to see. This fucking tripod's more complicated than this fucking stool. Fuck off, you stupid pile of shit. Fucking Chinese bullshit. You should be able to see the concept of the project. Catch you up on YouTube, get on with it. So yeah, I think drilling those holes, I really fucked that one up, I don't know why, but I really fucked that up. It's not good, it needs redoing. But you should see the concept of how that now can be pinned at the back. Like so. Yeah, it's tilted out. I don't like that. Don't like that at all. See, it's square like that. It's nice and square, and then as you push the peg in, it tilts away. Don't like that. It's all good. Where the hole's been drilled. It's the way the hole's been drilled. But the concept, whatever. There you go. Possibly wedge them in. Yeah, possibly wedge them in, Tom. It's the way the hole's been drilled. Because the hole is so deep, that obviously the direction in which that hole goes also has a massive effect on how square, for example, how square that will sit on there. It sits really nice like that. But as I push that into the hole, it unsquares it because the hole obviously goes down and then back, and it's forward, sorry, and it's tilting it. So, but that's why I didn't do them all on a live, because I can't fucking think straight. I think that hole really wants making maybe slightly better. If you can see what I'm talking about, if I do that, the peg's running out the hole. You can't see, can you see it? The peg's running out the hole that way. It should be coming out square, so the hole wants drilling just slightly deep back that way. But that means obviously a bigger peg to fill the void. So, I mean, most times you use those pegs are, you'd already have a joint in place that's, you know, got an amount of friction to it, and then pin it. That's just literally pinned by the sides. So, yeah, you can. I can do. Yeah, I can fuck it up. I can fuck it up. Yeah. Slight shoulder on the two back posts to give a bit more support. What's that, buddy? Yeah, it's all hand carved. Yeah, I've just hand carved everything. I've done it the kind of easiest, quickest way, basically. Yeah, just made those out of this nicky bit of oak. So I've drawn a 17mm circle on each end with a compass, and then just took the corners off. So that's where they came from. And then obviously just drilled the holes. But obviously, what the idea being, the more accurate you can be, the better. So that's why I just did the centre holes. Did the centre holes, and then like we'll see how it works out, kind of thing. But basically, it's going to be like that, isn't it? Leaning back slightly, because this, if you look, there's a slight lean to this. So what I'm going to do is draw around these at the point where they meet equally, somewhere like that. Draw a line down each side of this, and then just chase that out with a chisel so it can fit against like a proper flat surface. I see. I might just end up fucking screwing it, and I don't really care if I do, but I just thought I'd try the concept with the pegs. Basically like a little school chair, isn't it? But it's just a little bit of just something on the back, so you can just lean back slightly and there you go. That's me done. Yeah, so there's a bit of tomfoolery that I can obviously play with the pegs. I could also do proof of concept by making a peg out of ash instead of oak and see if it works better, maybe, and don't know why it would, but it's possible. So I could always make a peg out of there. So a little ledge on the upright to lap onto this. Ah, right, yeah. No, I get you, yeah. Yeah, a little bit more support. So you're talking about sinking that slightly at this point here, so it will sit on there. Yeah. I mean, what I was going to do was chase the back out and drop those on. Chase the back out slightly and drop those on, and I was going to try and use, you see that angle that it's, you can't quite see it, it's got a weird, but there's a slight angle in there, and that's going to use that to create that space at the back so I can sit back in the chair, if you know what I mean. So I'm not sat like here because it's like that, if you know what I'm saying. If I slant it back slightly, it gives me more room for my arse, because these two corners here and here at the back are the only places where my arse doesn't sit. It's not a very big seat, and it's not a lot of, you know, but basically just try and sit it like that. But I might do that if I lap it in there. Maybe I could lap it on there, come on, just so it sits, but we'll see how it goes, mate. Yeah, something like that. Amazingly, they're almost identical in their angle as well. So, but yeah, it's a bit, everything just feels really dry and slippery. Like that's just like fucking ice, absolute ice. So yeah, a lot of things that are probably playing into it a little bit as well. But this one is, this is live edged obviously, and it's got a very slight curve to it. You can see it's got a kind of curve to it, so I kind of matched that with that one. So I tried to make them not identical but similar in their makeups. So they've got that kind of curve to them, and that's what gave me the idea. And obviously the reason why I'm going to mount this on the sides is because it's not very wide, and so if I put these on the sides like that, it makes the whole back a little bit wider, you know, so a little bit more comfort. But yeah, we have the pieces made. I've just wasted 2 hours making 2 pegs basically and drilling 4 holes. Makes sense, would it? I like that. Yeah, a little, you could probably lap both, so channel that out and lap that over and just give it that little bit just to sit on top of a bit, yeah. I mean, I'm obviously worried that if I just have it at an angle that's slightly backwards and it's only pegged in, they're just going to pull out, aren't they? So, I don't really know how it's going to go, but that's what we're going to do. Fucking camera, Jesus wept. It's a full-time job fucking about with that. No, I'm not, Tom. It's, I don't know why I picked the hottest point in the day. It's cooling down now, but I might do the other holes and drill them. Might get a square out, rather than vice, and try and drill them a bit more square, because that will probably help a little bit. because I've made those two sides as square as I can. Made those two sides as square as I can by planing them so that they've not got any rock, you know, so they're nice and square to each other. But again, in the winter, all this will just expand anyway because it's damp in here. So I'm making it in the driest possible conditions. You know, this is a year dried nearly, this wood. Yeah, it's a year dried now. It's fucking beautiful wood as well. When you look at some of the patterns in it, it's fucking beautiful. But yeah, not bad. Axe, knife, hand plane, hand drill. You know, just seeing what can be done without power tools. You know, I think I drilled the first one with the power drill, didn't I? Other than that. There's a wee gadget you can get. Yeah, I know, Ev. I fucking hate that sort of gadget. No, it would probably be fun, but I don't know how expensive it would be. And whoa. I'm getting taken on everyone's camping trips. What? To borrow your drill? Yeah, no. I don't know, I just think it's interesting to try and do things without the power and prove that it's, you know, it's not a fucking stupid idea, is it? It's actually quite a good idea. Plus, if you want to buy one of them off eBay, I think the maximum I've seen them at is brand new in a box at like 65 quid or something. I don't think you can buy a little power drill for less than that. And I sharpened my drill bit halfway through the live. So, knowledge on how to do that also. Absolutely. Julie! But yeah, I'm going to go and get some tea. But I might try a concert. I might try and make a peg out of that. I might also go and read a book about pegging and see what it says. I'm not going to Google it, obviously. Even though Google's gay as fuck now, isn't it? Every time you Google something like that, it's like it tries to show you what you're not looking for. So. Yeah, I could make an ash peg and maybe see. But yeah, drilling those holes because of the way that peg system works, it's got to be on it. It's got to be perfectly square. So we'll see. We'll see. Are you off, Alex, mate? Oh, stay safe, Ev. Everyone's camping trips. Big storm, bloody hell. Stay indoors then, I guess, yeah. I've got back and front door open at the minute, trying to get breeze through, but there's no breeze whatsoever, it's just a still sort of evening, so. There we go, there's the bits, just need some more holes drilled, and that would be the advantage, or make it easier using this, because it's square. This is square to that, always. But obviously then you've got the trouble of trying to get the size of that in under there. You wouldn't fit that piece of wood under there. Even if you lowered that down, you probably won't fit it in, so. But yeah, either way, getting ready, and then I can shape all this and make these weirdly, because I've split that log. they have ended up fashioned in the right way as well, so I can square up corners off and faff about making it look good after. I just wanted to get it to work and see if it was doable, which I think it is completely doable. So there you go. Unplug yourself from the matrix. Yeah, I will. And I'll see you all about at some point. I'll do some more to it and come back and show you. Cheers, Tom. Appreciate you, mate. Should go back live after. I don't know what time it is. Fucking 8 o'clock now. I'm trying to not do some lives so late. But cheers, Nikki. Appreciate you popping in. Thanks, Ev. Maria. Thank you, love. I thought you'd buggered off at one point to jump in car, come and have a cup of tea. But but yeah, I'll see you all soon. Have fun. Thanks for watching, everyone. Appreciate you. Cheers, Americano. Well, yeah, we'll do some more pegging, eh? Just went a little bit too small on the end of that, I think. A little bit too small. It's so slippery, though. It's like difficult. It's almost like you want to hack them in with a blade and not make them so sharp. Like you want them hexagoned or something, so it forces the corners into the wood. Yeah. Anyway, thanks everyone. See you later. Cheers, Woody. Be good to see it together. Yeah, I'll do a bit more and show. I'll show everyone how it's going. Cheers, Tom. Appreciate you, mate. Thanks, everyone. See you later. Bye.